So you have to create two input field, okay, and you have to create one button. So user will enter first name, then user will enter last name, and there is one button, full name. Okay, so when you will click on the full name, what you have to do? You have to display full name. So let's suppose if user is writing curve Sani and you are clicking on button, that time you have to display complete name. Okay, so where you will store the curve Sani these name, you will store in string type date type. Okay, string means it's a non-primitive. Okay, so can you complete it? Can you do this assignment or not? कर दोगे assignment या नहीं?
I can
सर
do, sir.
ये
Okay.
कैसे होगा? मतलब विजुअल फोर्स के अंदर अगर कोई डिटेल मेंशन कर रहा है तो वही चीज हम कैसे नीचे शो करेंगे बटन में?
Okay, so first what I'm doing, I'm going to complete it, then I create 3 4 assignment which you have to complete. Okay,
ओके
so first I'm going to create class. So clicking on file, new class, writing class name Kelsey, controller. Then click on file, new. Now going to create page, name Kelsey page. Okay, so to class I'll use in Visual Force page. What I'm doing, I'm writing one attribute that is controller in page and writing class name. Okay, so first what I'm doing, I'm going to create the UI. ठीक है, जो UI create करनी है, I'm going to create it. First name, last name, these things I have to display. Okay, what I'm doing, I'm writing apex section header. I want to display the header also. Okay, title, subtitle, name, title, I'm writing Kelsey name. Okay, then I'm going to create one block. Why I'm creating block? Because inside the block I want to create the button. So if you have to create the button inside the block and you want to display it on header as well as on footer, so which tag you will use? In a block, if you want to display the button as a footer, as a header, so which tag you will use?
Your voice is, I think so, not audible.
Yes, there is some mechanical issue sounds like in your voice, sir.
Now it's good.
Much better.
Okay, so I'm asking if you want to display the button as a footer or as a header, so which tag you will use?
Page block button.
Page block button. So I'm going to write page block button. Inside the page block buttons, I'll create the command button. Okay, now I'm not creating command button later. I create. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm going to create some section. Okay, so I've created one section. Inside the section, I'm going to create one section item. Okay, so these things we will learn what is section item in the page flow. Okay, so let's suppose you want to create first name is equal to first name is equal to input box. So what you can do directly, you can write first name. Else, if you want to use output label, you can use output label. Directly, you can also use write. Otherwise, you can use output label. Okay. So I have used output label. Now what I'm doing, if I'm using output label, so I'm going to close it here. So I'm going to close it in one line. And inside the output label, there are one mandatory attribute which we have tried, that is value. So value is first name. Whatever you want to write, you can write it. Enter first name. Now I'm going to save. Then I'm going to create one input apex input. So text, I'm going to use it. Input field we will use for standard controller. So I'm using input text, and in input text I'm writing well. Till now I don't have any value, so I'm writing on this. Then I'm going to save. Okay. So when I'm going to save it, I'm getting error. So who will tell why I'm getting this error? Which idea we? Yeah, error message दिखाऊं.
Because apex form is not.
According to Mukul, I have not used Apex form. ठीक है. किसी और का कुछ कहना है किसी को?
Double column. Excellent.
Okay. What I'm doing, I'm writing the PC. I'm going to create one variable, public string f name and get set, and I'm going to access f name variable here. So whatever the value we will get, it should be in f name. Now again I'm going to say,
So first you have to save class name.
ah, okay. Now I'm getting under must occur between tab. Yeah. Why I'm getting this error?
Apex
Some
form.
Apex form. So yesterday I told you if you will use input text, input field, these thing, command button. Okay. So that time it's necessary to write the Apex form. Input text, it is also the child tag of Apex. Okay. जैसे Apex पेज के बाद if you are writing Apex form, you are, if you will, it doesn't matter if you are using command button or input text, it doesn't matter, but it's a good way to write Apex form. Okay. अगर आप अपेक्स फॉर्म लिख दोगे अपेक्स पेज के बाद स्टार्ट करोगे, ठीक है, ये अच्छा वे है इन विजुअल फोर्स पेज, because there are many tags which are the child tag of apex form. Input tags also the child tag of apex form. Now I'm going to save it. I'm not getting any error. Okay, now here I am also writing the command button. Value full name. Going to save. Okay. So now what I'm doing, I'm going to create another section item for last name. So enter last name, and we are storing the information in LN. Okay,
So can we write only two items under page block section item tag?
two item means
15 and 16 or 19 and 20. You are using another page block section item
we can use
for other two.
we can use it. Let me
Okay.
complete it. Okay, then I'll make it in one section item. I'll do it in one section item. But if you will write it in different section item, you will get good UI. So here I'm writing result, and in input text I will display the result. Okay, now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on preview button. Okay, so here I'm getting enter first name. It's the output label. After output label, I'm getting input text, then enter last name, then result. So inside the block by default, I'm getting two, you can say two column. So here I'm getting two column, first name, last name. So I won't display it one. So go to the page block section, and here you have to write one attribute, that is columns. Column you have to write one. I won't display one field. Now we have divided into three parts. Okay, so when I will click on full name, I'll get the value in result. Some value I will get in result. Okay, so shall I write logic now? So what I'm doing, I'm going to create one method, name method, and on click of button, I'll call full name method. So command button, action, expression, then method name. So when I will click on the method, what I want to call the class. Okay, so what I'm doing, first write debug. Whenever you will call the class method, first try to write the debug and write one message in method. Welcome to full name method. Okay, so whenever I will click on the button, so that debug will execute and we will check code is correct till here or not. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm clicking on debug and clicking on clear button, lock shift panel. So I'm clearing the debug file. Now what I'm doing, I'm checking it. Code is correct till here or not. So refresh the page, and now I'm clicking on full name button. So after clicking on full name button, what should happen? This method should be executed. When this method will execute, what will happen? I'll get some message in logs. So we have to check the logs. Okay, so where log is available, logs is here. Click on logs. You have to click on logs, and you can see the time. So on click of button, full name method, it has been executed. Time 11:36. Okay, read, it's the unread. Status success. So I'm going to open first one. Then click on debug only. And what I'm getting, welcome to full name method. ठीक है, यहाँ तक कोड बिल्कुल ठीक है, कुछ एरर नहीं. So we are easily able to call the method of the class. So if you are using, you can say if you are calling method in Aura Lightning, LWC, or in Visual Force page, what's the first way? You have to write system.debug and you have to check you are able to call the method or not. After that, you have to write the logic. Okay, now I'm writing the logic. So when I will call the, you can say, full name method, that time result should be first name plus last name. First name plus last name. Then save. And I'm also going to display the result. So in debug, we will also getting the result or not. So if there is any error, if there is any error, that error we will get in console screen. Okay. So I'm going to display the result in console screen also, as well as on client screen. So go to the Visual Force page. And here, instead of result, I'm writing full name. Okay, then again go back, go to the UI, refresh the page. So full name, I'm entering for Ansu. If you want to display the name also, so go to the class here, system.debug, first name plus f name, system.debug, last name. I am also displaying first name, last name, whatever client will write. ठीक है, जिसको जितना debug यूज करना आ गया वो उतना अच्छा डेवलपर बनेगा. If you will not use the debug, you can't become make full developer. Okay, so I'm writing debug. So when I will click on the button, welcome to full name, it should be displayed. Then first name, last name should be displayed. Okay, then result. Now I'm checking it. Go to the UI, refresh it. Now I'm entering the data. For Ansu, Sani, clicking on full name. Okay, page it has been refreshed. I'm getting the data in Quran full name. Okay, I'm not getting the space. We will handle it. So go to the class, open it, go to the logs, and here you will get the log. So open the first one and click on debug only and check it. You are able to print the data on console screen or not. Welcome to full name, Quran Sani full name. ठीक है, यहाँ तक कोड बिल्कुल ठीक है. We have to give the space. So what we will use plus, then we will give this space, then plus last name. So Koransu, after that we are giving plus means whatever we will write in code, it will display. So I'm giving space. Koransu space plus Sani, it will display. Then I'm going to save it. Go back, refresh the page. So I'm clicking on full name. What I'm getting curve send. ठीक है, ये असाइनमेंट पूरा हुआ। किसी कोई डाउट इस असाइनमेंट में?
हाँ सर।
नहीं सर।
Good. So what I have done, I have disabled. We have displayed the output. So I have written, I have used disable attribute in Apex input tags. Disable is equal to true means we can't enter the information in this. I want to make it output. Disable is equal to true. Now what we will do? Again, we can enter the information. Click on button. I'm getting Sankey Agarwal. In which form? In view form only. Not getting in edit form. ठीक है, कोई डाउट थोड़ी यहाँ तक? सब ओके है?
सर इसकी जगह तो फिर हम आउटपुट भी यूज ले सकते हैं ना?
आउटपुट यूज कर लो। Remove it. In value you have to write the result, expression, result. Then you have to write full name here. Going to save it. Go back. Press the page. So full name. Now I'm not getting any data. So I'll write any name. Then value will come here. So if you want to create the UI like that, that time you can use Apex output label. If you want the border also like box, that time you can use input text. Okay, it's up to you which one you want to use it. And you can see when you will zoom it, you can see here I'm getting section. Inside the section there is one. In section 2, section item 2, so we have some section, so I'm getting good UI. Okay, so it's a good UI when you will write the code in Visual Force page. Use section and section item. ठीक है, पढ़ना चाहोगे असाइनमेंट करना चाहोगे? व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू डू?
सर असाइनमेंट तो हम कर लेंगे बाद में, आप पढ़ा दो।
पढ़ाते रहिए सर।
दे देना सर आप असाइनमेंट
ठीक है,
होमवर्क में।
so next assignment which you have to complete, that is you have to create two input field। अब सभी बात मतलब कि फ्री टाइम में ही असाइनमेंट करेंगे। यू हैव टू क्रिएट टू इनपुट फील्ड, enter a value, then you have to enter b value। Okay, then it should be in disable form where you have displayed result, view mode only, and you have to create 5 button, and you have to also give the color to the button। Then you have to write add button। So let's suppose if you are entering two value, like 10, 20. So, and you are clicking on add button. That time you have to display the result. Result should be 10 plus 20, 30. Add, subtract, divide, multiplication, and cancel. If you are clicking on cancel button, that time A value should be 0, B value should be 0, and result it should be 0. Okay, it's the assignment one which you have completed. हो जाएगा आराम से.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. After that, you have to complete third assignment, second assignment. You will enter amount, year, then rate, and you have to calculate the interest. And you have to create one button. Interest. Okay. So first you will enter amount like 1 lakh. Then you will enter rate 5%, 10%. Okay. After that you will enter the year. Okay. 5 year, 10 years like that. And after that, what you have to do? You have to calculate the interest. What's the interest of for 1 lakh amount? You have to calculate the interest. Okay. So interest, it should be in view mode. So on click of button, you have to display the interest. It should not be in edit mode, it should be in view mode. ठीक है, आसान है, हो जाएगा ये वाला भी, सेकंड असाइनमेंट भी.
Yes, sir.
So now what you have to do? You have to enter the weight. Okay, you will enter the weight. Then you will enter the height, and in so you when you will enter the height, it should be in meter. Okay, in meter you will enter the height. Then you have to calculate the BM. Weight you will write in program. Okay, and when you will click on the VMI button, what you have to do? You have to calculate the BM. ठीक है. So it's the third assignment which you have to complete. आसान है ये भी.
Sir, what is BMI?
Body mass index.
Okay.
ठीक है, इसका फॉर्मूला ढूंढ लेना. Then you can write it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
तो लॉजिक लिखोगे वेट अपॉन हाइट स्क्वायर. Rate divided by height of square. It's the formula. Height should be in meter. Okay, else you can find it from. Okay, so here I have written 3 assignment which you have to complete. Okay, so tomorrow you have to complete it by tomorrow. Okay, now you can take some minute break and again we will connect at 12 o'clock. Okay, then I'll teach the next topic.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
सर पहले असाइनमेंट करेंगे अब हम
नहीं पहले हम पढ़ेंगे then we will do the assignment. Means it's the homework.
ओके सर ठीक है
Okay, in your free time you can do it.